we will cross multiply them. 2 times 4 is equals to 8 and 1 times 3 is equals to 3. And multiply the denominator. 3 times 4 is equals to 12. And then subtract them. 8 minus 3 is equals to 5. Copy the denominator, which is 12. For multiplication, my example is multiplication. We will multiply 3 times 4 is equals to 12 and 8 times 5 is equals to 40. Since both can be divided into 4, we will divide them and we will get 3 over 10. And for division, my example is 3 over 4 divided by 1 over 8. And then we will copy 3 over 4 in inverse 1 over 2. We will get 8 over 1 and change the operation into multiplication. So 3 times 8 is equals to 24 and 4 times 1 is equals to 4. Change them into whole number, we will get 6. And the final answer is 6. Improper fraction. My first example for addition is 4 over 3 plus 7 over 3. Since we have same denominator, so we will copy the denominator to the final answer and add the numerator, which is 4 plus 7 is equals to 11. In multiplication, the 30 over 17 times 37 over 6. Since we can simplify 30 into 5 times 6, we will put 5 times 6 over 7 and 37 over 6. Since they are the same, we can cancel 6. So 5 times 37 is equals to 185 and copy the denominator, which is 7. The final answer is 185 over 7. In division, my first example is 10 over 3 divided by 13 over 5. Inverse the 13 over 5 and change the operation into multiplication. And 10 times 5 is equals to 50 and 3 times 13 is equals to 39. My first example for subtraction is 23 over 4 minus 35 over 16. Since we have different denominator, so we will multiply the first numerator and denominator into 4. So 23 times 4 is equals to 92 and 4 times 4 is equals to 16. And we have now same denominator, so we can subtract the numerator, which is 92 minus 35 is equals to 57, and copy the denominator, which is 16.
Mixed fraction, addition. In adding mixed fraction, change them into improper fraction. For example, 1 and 2 third plus 2 and 3 6 is equals to 5 third plus 15 over 6. Since they have the similar denominator, find the LCD, which is 12. And 12 divided by 3 is equals to 4. 4 times 5 is equals to 20. 12 divided by 6 is equals to 2. 2 times 15 is equals to 30. Then add 20 plus 30 is equals to 50. Then copy the denominator, 12. Then change them into mixed fraction by dividing 50 over 12. So 50 divided by 12 is equals to 4. 4 times 12 is equals to 48. 50 minus 48 is equals to 2. So the final answer is 4 and 2 over 12. Subtraction. In subtracting mixed fraction, change them into improper fraction. For example, 1 and 2 third minus 2 and 3 6 is equals to 5 third minus 15 over 6. Since they have the similar denominator, find their LCD, which is 12. So 12 divided by 3 is equals to 4. 4 times 5 is equals to 20. 12 divided by 6 is equals to 2. 2 times 15 is equals to 30. Subtract. Pero 20 minus 30 is equals to 10. Simply copy the denominator. So the final answer is 10 over 12. Multiplication. In multiplying mixed fraction, change them into improper fraction. For example, 1 and 2 third times 2 and 3 6 is equals to 5 third times 15 over 6. Then multiply 5 by 15 is equals to 75. 3 times 6 is equals to 80. Change them into mixed fraction by dividing 75 over 18. So 75 divided by 18 is equals to 4. 4 times 18 is equals to 72. 75 minus 72 is equals to 3. So the final answer is 4 and 3 over 18. Divide. In dividing mixed fraction, change them into improper fraction. For example, 1 and 2 third plus 2 and 3 6 is equals to 5 third plus 15 over 6. Then change the addition sign to multiplication sign. So it becomes 5 third times 15 over 6. Then do the reciprocal form in the divisor. So it becomes 5 third times 6 over 15. So 5 times 6 is equals to 30. Then 3 times 15 is equals to 45. So the final answer is 30 over 45.
So our first example is 28.2 plus 93.5. We will add 2 plus 5 is equals to 7 and 8 plus 3 is equals to 11. Put the 1 here now, and then 1 plus 2 is equals to 3 plus 9 is equals to 12. For multiplication, 4.6 times 7. 7 times 6 is equals to 42. And 7 times 4 plus 4 is equals to 32. For division, 5 divided by 6 is equals to 1. 1 times 5 is equals to 5. And then bring down 8. 6 minus 5 is equals to 1. And 18 times 5 is equals to 18 divided by 5 is equals to 3. 3 times 5 is equals to 15. 18 minus 15 is equals to 3. Bring down 5. 35 divided by 5 is equals to 7. 7 times 5 is equals to 35. 35 minus 35 is equals to 0. And the final answer is 13.7.
Decimal. Subtraction. The first example is 4.67 minus 2.36. Then subtract. 7 minus 6 is equals to 1. 6 minus 3 is equals to 3. 4 minus 2 is equals to 2. Then bring down the decimal point. So the final answer is 2.31. Then the second example is 6.41 minus 0.81. Then subtract. 1 minus 1 is equals to 0. 4 minus 8 cannot be, so borrow from 6. 6 becomes 5. 4 becomes 14. 14 minus 8 is equals to 6. Then bring down 5. So the final answer is 5.60 or 5.6. Division. The first example is 1.8 divided by 0.6. To solve, we must put the decimal places to the right. So in the dividend, move the decimal places to the right. So 1. Then in the divisor, move the decimal places to the right. So 1. So it becomes 18 divided by 6 is equals to 3. 3 times 6 is equals to 18. Then 18 minus 18 is equals to 0. So the final answer is 3. Then the second example is 1.6 divided by 0.4. To solve, we must place the decimal point to the right. So in the dividend, move the decimal places to the right. 1. And then in the divisor, move the decimal places to the right. So it becomes 16 divided by 4 is equals to 4. 4 times 4 is equals to 16. Then 16 minus 16 is equals to 0. So the final answer is 4. Decimals. Multiplication. The first example is 1.7 times 6.2. So let's solve. 2 times 7 is equals to 14. Bring down 4. Carry 1. 2 times 1 is equals to 2 plus 1 is equals to 3. 6 times 7 is equals to 42. Bring down 2. Carry 4. 6 times 1 is equals to 6 plus 4 is equals to 10. Then add. Bring down 4. 3 plus 2 is equals to 5. Then bring down 10. So 10.54 is the final answer. Then the second example is 8.36 times 7.2. So let's solve. 2 times 6 is equals to 12. Bring down 2. Carry 1. 2 times 3 is equals to 6 plus 1 is equals to 7. 2 times 8 is equals to 16. 7 times 6 is equals to 42. Bring down 2. Carry 4. 7 times 3 is equals to 21 plus 4 is equals to 25. Bring down 5. Carry 2. 7 times 8 is equals to 56 plus 2 is equals to 58. Then let's add. Bring down 2. 7 plus 2 is equals to 9. 6 plus 5 is equals to 11. Bring down 1, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. 2 plus 8 is equals to 10. Bring down 0, carry 1. 1 plus 5 is equals to 6. Then count the decimal places to the right. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. So 60 and 60.192 is the final answer.